I'm going to share with you some information that I learned from professional racers, and it has to do with hull performance, but it also has a bearing on our ceramic coating job. This boat is on the between polish stages and it's been washed down again, so it's dripping and a perfect time to talk about it. Man, look how gorgeous this thing is. Absolutely smashing color scheme. So there's a reason that we don't ceramic coat parts of the boat, and I'm going to explain it to you. The hull, on the side hull here, you can see this soft area is what's referred to as a soft chine. Chine, C-H-I-N-E. And this area right here is referred to as the hard chine. And these are the strakes that run the length of the boat. And they all have purposes with hydrodynamics. Now, we don't ceramic coat below the hard chine, and the reason is because the side hull here, it gets water contact, and having the hull ceramic coated below the waterline doesn't really help you any. But what it does do is it helps keep this cosmetically sound, so it's easier to clean, protects the shine, makes the boat look good. So there's good benefit to coating up to here. But coating below there is a no-no, and that's because of laminar flow. Laminar flow, if you don't know, you can look it up. You've probably seen it on social media where it's a perfect stream of water that looks like it's frozen, but it isn't. And that's laminar flow. It's a characteristic of water that certain conditions can create. And laminar flow on a performance boat is a very bad thing, because what happens is, as the water is moving across the hull of the boat at speed, if you get laminar flow happening, it creates a bit of a drag or a suction, if you will. And what that tends to do is cause the boat to chine walk, which is where the boat does this at higher speeds. And that's not only a safety issue, but it's scary as hell. So we don't want to do that. And that's the reason why a lot of professional racers will actually take 400 grit paper and sand the bottom of their hull, because it creates friction that causes that laminar flow to break and gives them better control and more stability at high speeds. I'm not suggesting you sand the bottom of your boat. That's not what I'm saying, but it is important to understand why we do not ceramic coat below the hard chine and what these functions of the boat do. There's another part of the boat that has something to do with this that I'll talk about briefly, and that's back here at the very back of the boat. There's this flat area right here shaped like a puzzle piece, and that's referred to as the wet pad. And what that does is, if you've ever seen a boat at speed, it'll rise up out of the water, and this will be the part of the boat that's really in contact with the water. It's really the back of the boat and the prop that are creating the thrust at that point. And this wet pad here is so that at high speed, the torque from the prop and pressure from the water on both sides of the boat doesn't cause the same issue, the chine walk.